Okay, I'm gonna have to fly through this real quick because Brian's telling me I'm running way out of time. So I'm just gonna hit this, and I'm gonna talk less, paint more. So bear with me. Um, let's just go right in with this color. Let's just hit it, boom, and not be too picky. Well, I'm gonna get rid of that because I need it kind of dark up there, kind of like that. Because I gotta get on to showing you the hair, and we only have like what 2 hours for the CD. So yeah, I talk too much. All right. I'm gonna hit a lot of stuff real quick. Let's hit that eyelid. And the cool thing is at the end I usually go over a few things with the dodge tool, do some highlights. So, but you can see where I'm going with this and how I'm doing it, and you spend your time because it sure as hell took, or sorry, it sure as heck took me a lot longer than 2 hours to do this piece. So just fill in the blanks on a lot of this. Oh, there's a nice highlight down here. I gotta hit. And that's cool. I gotta get the lips done. I gotta get the eye done. Stop messing around, y'all. I'm not gonna worry about the neck. How about that? Let's just do this face and knock it out. Okay, is that cool? Sure, you guys are cool with that. Sure, you're cool with that. I'm not gonna spend any more time on the nose. Sorry, I just don't have the time. Okay, throw a little pinky action in here. Going to colorize. I'm gonna colorize this right now to more of a pink tone. That looks good. Gotta stop messing around with that stuff because I don't have time. So let's just pretend I'm done. It's giving me grief. I'm getting this done. So let's get on with the eye. Let's do the lips real quick. All right. We'll come back and fix up the face later, but right now I'm gonna drop in some lip action here. Boom! I think I already got something saved. Yep, I sure do. Cool. All right, this selection here is a little bit. Nah, it's pretty messed up. Let's go back in there and check it out real quick. What was that? 7? Yeah, let's blur out some of this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just take the blur tool and blur up the edge. Blur up the edge, blur up the edge. Except for this edge. This edge I'm leaving because we want that hard against the hair. Alright, soft and soft. Make it nice and soft. Alright. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Moving along. Nice and soft. Nice and evened out. Okay, let me load that now. Move on up to the RGB. Boom, boom, boom. Let's darken this bad boy up with the same original color. The reason why I'm doing that is because I can change the color right now. Watch. Hue saturation. Nah, let's not go hue saturation. Let's go to color balance, which I think is an image. Adjust. Yeah, color balance. Let's make it a pink and a red. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And let's start coloring. I'm going to alt on one of these colors just for time's sake. And I'm going to go ahead and start painting right in here, nice and soft. Keep it real soft in here. And we'll fix this later after we're done coloring because there's like a little edge here, little outline that we'll take care of. Let's go ahead and hit the highlight on the upper lip or the bottom lip now. Cool, cool, it's nice, looks good. And now that we use that selection already, I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, see what I did? I'm not using the lip. I just want to paint freehand. Which me and Brian were just talking. I took a break, and me and Brian were just talking about how many people have actually used airbrushes that are actually listening to the CD or buying it, and not too many probably. I have to agree. So I guess my airbrush talk is wasted. I guess I don't know. So I'm lighting only this dark spot, this line, this dark line between the white and the lips. See how soft this is right here? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pick that color. I'm gonna soften it up a little bit. So I'm sorry if a lot of you haven't used the airbrush. That's, you know, it's cool. Doesn't mean you won't understand what I'm saying. But I think if you did use the airbrush a little bit, it would definitely help your artwork, no matter what you do. Airbrush is a very annoying, but it's something cool. If you ever get the chance, just, you know, to try one out, try it out. Borrow one from somebody. See how soft I'm making this? I'm trying to make it real soft. And I'm trying to go fast. Well, I'm trying to cover a lot of things at once. I don't think I'm going to make it, but alt on a lighter color here. There we go. There we go. Look at that. So you got rid of that dark line. Let's brighten this up a little bit. I'm alting on the bright. It gets a little bright right there. Yeah, it does. So, but it's only that spot. We don't have to worry about in here because that's hair. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, now making things happen. It's a little more yellow. See how yellow this is and kind of peachy? What I'm going to do is I'm going to save this and I'm going to use the burn tool. Burn. Put it on midtones and I'm going to go in and I'm going to burn it a little bit. See how that makes everything a little bit warmer? Let's try not to hit the lips so much. There we go. I even hit that piece of nose there. Warms it up a little bit. Okay, cool. Looks good. Now let's go back to the lips. Load the lips. And let's grab another light color. The lightest color we can find. And we're gonna... There we go. Look at that highlight. We don't want to go too crazy, but definitely want to have that highlight in there. Look how soft that is. There we go. Get it nice and soft. Cool. Looks good. I think we need to bring the upper, that part of the lip up a little bit. I shouldn't be sweating the small stuff, but just got to do certain things, man. Okay. It's still a little yellow. It's not quite yellow enough, but hey, you get the idea. Okay, let's do some dodge on this. Dodge highlights. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Looks pretty soft. Let's bring this point down a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to hit the highlights down here. I'm going to dodge this because it's, see how rich that is right there? This, the highlight and everything. I think I picked something a little too pinky, the pink color. That's okay, we can fix that up later. Right now I just got to get on with this, get it done, and... Oh, let's do the teeth. Alright, what do we got? Nice little gray color. That's kind of dirty. Let's grab... Oh man, I went all the way up, didn't I? Ah, who cares? Let's go all the way up. Grab a nice gray tone. Something like that. Maybe even those up a little bit because these teeth are not that prominent. Okay. Cool. Bring it down a little bit. And this is where you're going to have to kind of turn off. Well, let's throw some black in there. Smaller. Let's make it 2. And look at this, like, not that it's going around the teeth, but like a check mark or something. Sometimes it helps to turn it into a different shape than, like, oh, the space around the teeth. That can, you know, be kind of intimidating. Look at it. It looks like a little big check mark. You know, it's fat here and it gets skinnier here, so it looks like a check mark with a fat handle right here. Fatter, straighter across, and then this comes up to a sharper point. And this fuzzes out a little bit. Yeah, it's a little pointy right here. Alright, that looks pretty cool. Remember, a lot of the hair is going to cover it up. These teeth are too white. Let's, how about, yeah, looks better. A little more. There we go. Okay, a little pointier. Looks pretty cool. So I made it a little fatter, but hey, you know, I gotta move along. Let's move along. Let's save real quick. Yeah, she still looks ugly. Eh, whatever. You know what? Darken the seeds up a little bit more. Whoa, too dark. You know what? Let's leave them. The hair covering over it's gonna really affect it a lot. Now, you know what? Since we ain't got time, I'm gonna just run through this with a dodge tool. My favorite tool. Cool, cool. Looks good. Just kind of bringing out that alabaster look still. Get the eyelid. See, this mainly hits the highlights, so kind of helps out. Nice little highlight here. There we go. Definitely huge highlight here. We're gonna have to see, and that's where the peach comes in. Look at that. See how much peachy made it. This one's gonna be a lot brighter because this comes all the way up. So I'm gonna go back in, alt on a color, and bring it down. There we go. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Just gotta move along, move along. Dodge up here. Cool, nice. All right, now those bags on her eyes. Let's see how those look. Yeah, they're turning pink. Turn pink. Maybe a little too pink, maybe. Do the rest. It's fine. I can't spend any more time. Well, you know what? I'm gonna spend on one more. Come on. Colorize. Dirty that up. I can't believe I haven't sworn on this whole CD once. Okay. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's move along. There we go. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Let's get the nose down to the bottom. Yes. That looks pretty good. Nice and bright white here. There we go. See, now I got rid of the whole thing. Let's alt on this. No, let's alt on this color. Bring it down a little bit. How about... I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I got to get to the eye. And I'm already some time in. You know what? It's almost better just to leave it out. Oop. Dag nabbit. I'm on light and color only. Alright. This ain't turning out, so we're going to have to go back. I'm going to have to go back and fix this. How's that look? Let's see, hey, good enough for this, man. Because I got to move along. Nice and bright. This is one of the brightest spots on the whole face. Man, this whole thing is real bright. Yeah, see how the dodge tool makes kind of color pop out and overexposes everything? It's really cool. Cool. That even looks better a little bit. The eye I would like to spend some more time on, but I just don't have the time. Boom. Boom. Let's hit that highlight down underneath the chin here. Yeah. Cool. Looking good, looking good. Let's zoom it out. Okay, we got some bright spots in here. Yeah, good, perfect. Like I said, I'm not going to do too much on the shoulder because it's just the same as what I was doing on the face, so I'm sure everybody understands that. Okay, I'll spend a little time. Just as quick as we can. Gotta get the ear. It'll just have to run over time. Let's bring out the dodge tool. Nope. It's a little too early to use the dodge tool on that. Let's go back and grab our highlight color. Okay, there we go. And that cool pink color isn't coming out. In fact, this is too bright up here. Let me darken that. I'm going to burn it. Oops, what the heck was that? Let's go to burn midtones. There we go. Darken everything up a little bit. And then brighten everything up. Dodge highlights. Cool, huh? Dodge highlights, dodge tool is cool. See, it's not getting the dark, so I'm going to dodge the mid-tone right there and get rid of that. Yeah, see, cool. So dodge highlights is pretty cool though. You gotta be real careful when you mess around with this tool because you could get illegal colors for printing and all sorts of stuff. So just use it and with, you know, cautiousness. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, let's do. Oh, sorry about that. Let's hit the eye now. Well, let me save real quick. Cool. Boom. Boom. This part's easy. Okay, let's alt on this color. Any gray will do, pretty much. Go in here, with any gray, and fill in what you got. Okay, this stays pretty. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, that's good enough. And then grab a nice gray color. This eye is really easy. It's not even that good. It looks pretty stupid up close, actually, as you can tell. But it does the job. This is where the line art comes into play, where it kind of conflicts, because you can't see what you're painting, kind of. So you have to turn it on and off a little bit. And don't worry about what that looks like. Just ignore that. Just keep doing what you know, follow your plan and keep moving along. Grab some dark, and no matter how bad it looks when you're going along, you can always fix it. So it's all part of the painting process there. The cool thing about this is she's got kind of these steel kind of gray eyes. So make sure they stay light in the middle. But let's go ahead and do the outline first so we can get an idea how dark or light to make these eyes. So here comes... Okay, first of all, we didn't do the part above our eye yet. So I'm going to go ahead and make that darker. Make it almost look like an eyeliner. You see that? Nice. It's like a little nice little fold in her eye. It comes all the way up, wisps up a little bit. We'll stop it about right there. Alright, cool. And let's start with the eyeliner. The old Cleopatra. Okay, just throw it on just like any woman can understand this here. It's just like drawing it on just like normal. Block in the basics here. The reason why I'm doing this is so that we can get, like I said, a feel for how light to make the eye. So that's why we're going ahead and making this dark right now, because it's kind of hard to judge without the darkness around it. I got a lot of black in here. So, and let's go back to the gray line. Okay, this is where I start taking out. See, I don't need to know the shape of the eye now. I already know it. You know it. I mean, so let's get rid of it, because now it's starting to interfere with everything else. So get rid of it on your line art, and you know you can always bring it back if you need it. So there we go. That looks good. Okay, let's paint some more. Okay, let's darken this up obviously a little bit. Edge of her eye, straight. Boy, that's really straight. A little small one here. Let's bring it back. Okay, now bring out your big brush and just go to town. Let's make sure we fan it out. A little fan here. Just get this part first, and we'll work our way around. Cool. Okay. Drop in the bottom line. And that comes up higher. Thicker. Not really. Hold on. Something like... Yeah, actually, no. That looks good. And we'll drop it. Pow. Something like that. Then we got a little one right there. Another one right there. And then this meets up right about there. So it's not exact, but looks cool. In fact, I'll thicken this up a little bit. Okay, let's do the bottom. Eyelashes. In fact, let's fuzz this up a little bit. Add some more blackness down below. Drop this a little bit. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing here. Trying to match up with what I got. Alright, this little V pattern here. It's more a little more obtuse here. There we go. And got some jagged lines in here, jagged lines in there. And that looks pretty cool. And let's fuzz this up a little. Well, no, let's not fuzz it up. I was going to blur it out a little bit. But no, I'll leave that like that. And now, I think I'd like to brighten up the eye. Alright, let's go to our airbrush. Lighten only is what I'm doing. We can actually put in the dark lines here and then dodge it afterwards to brighten it up if we want to. And that looks pretty cool. And let's drop in some darks here and darken this up. Grab your dodge tool. Well, I'm going to grab my dodge highlights. And add in some highlights. Usually around the inner ring of the eye. But since this is so far away, you can't really tell. But that looks pretty good. So, no, this line's too harsh. Soften that up. Soften that up. And it's a little too. There we go. Okay. And this is a little long here, so now that I did all that stuff, I'm going to revert from saves on some stuff. I'm going to do lighten only. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Now the shape is off on the eye. I got to cut in a little bit right here. And pull out a little bit down here. Okie doke. And now we should keep that there. Now this is kind of dark on the back side of the eye. Don't want her to look sad. Or like she's got jaundice or something. There we go. It's a little darker. We got a nice little line here with the eye. And yeah, okay. Cool. And a little dodge on top of the eyelid. There you go. I left out that wrinkle so we'd have time to do this whole piece. And let's see. Yeah. Yeah, press very lightly first. Depending on what your settings are and your pressure, I keep everything at 100 on everything. But if you can keep it at 50 because I press real light. Real light. I just keep kind of stroking to like, you know, build it up, build it up, build it up, kind of. And a lot of people just like to just throw the paint on, and I'm not like that. I like to take my time. All right, that's cool. Let's back it up. All right, there could be a little more darker in here. Yeah, let me save this and quit because that looks. Hey, it's close enough for hand grenades and snot slinging contests. So there we go. Let me darken this a little bit. Boom. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna save right now. Okay, got just about this face done, and I'm gonna just do one more thing. I'm just gonna select the face, and I think, let's see. Oops, no, I don't want that. Select the face and maybe brighten it up a little bit. Oh, that's not the face. There we go. Brighten it up just a little bit. It looked pretty subtle, but you can tell the difference when I go back and forth. So I like it. All right, now we're gonna do the hair. I guess we'll do the face last, all this hair on the face. Let's go ahead and I'll show you how I start this piece. This I don't really need right now, so I'm going to cover that up. Yeah. So I got a whole base background laid in there. It's nice and cute. We can get rid of all these other... I'll keep that one. We can get rid of that. And we can get rid of that. And get rid of that. And that. And that. Okay, cool. Now on this, I'm gonna have to choose some colors to go with it. Maybe I'll just alt on the other one. Alt some colors on there. It's kind of dark, so it's gonna be kind of funny because we're not gonna use those exact colors. But let's see. Let's get back on here. Let's go down to the bottom. Find us a new place to put some colors in. Okay, we'll start here. Nice little dirty reddish color, something like that. Maybe a little darker. Pop it in right there. And then, ooh, that was good. That was a good, right about there. It's a little dark, but there, that's the one we want. In fact, we'll put that right over that one. And let's grab a nice, there. And the highlights, we'll find a highlight color once we get done with these three. This color I already like. This one, I'm going to lay in a background now. Actually, you know, let me deselect this because this is actually in front. See that? That's going to be actually here, and so is this. I'm just going to hit a few of these because they are not going to be showing up. Or, I mean, the base foundation isn't going to be painted on these guys. The other ones, we'll just kind of play it by ear. But these so far, that's cool, that's cool. Alright. And one of those. Okay, cool, that's cool, that's good. Everything else we can fix as we go. Let's take a look at what we got. Oh, let's get rid of this. Alright. Cool, good enough for me. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's go up to image. Oops, no, it's under select, save selection. New. Alright, so let's start with this base coat here, this base layer. Now I got some brushes already made. They look like this. See that? Oh, that's kind of big. So let's go down to the smaller ones. Here we go. Alright, we're just going to stroke it a little bit like that here and there. Can't really get a full... Here we go. And you don't have to be too, careful on this because this is just a base coat. This is just like, I mean, not base coat, but, general hair. Because this is all going to be covered up anyway. We just want to throw in some lines, and normally I'd be able to go the whole screen from left to right, but this is such a small little screen. Let me go ahead and shrink it down maybe I can. Yeah, there we go. You just want to kind of fill up everything. You're not really following any, rules. You just want it to be kind of flowing and have something to start with. Have something to start with that you can build on top of. This will kind of take care of all the little negative space that doesn't get covered up, and this will show up. And you can do this with a really skinny brush. This just kind of lays in everything. You can use a even smaller one if you want. See, if you get up close on this one, you see what I've been doing? They're kind of thick. So watch what happens when I go to a real thin one. Oh, no, I guess that's the smallest one I got right now. But you can see from that small one, and if you're doing a whole full res one, you can notice a real big difference between the size. You can go as fine as you want, but this is just blocking in, so I'm not following anything. I'm just putting straight across and mixing it up a little. We got some wiggle lines down here. You won't have that because you're going to be going slower and taking your time. I'm going to have to wrap up this hair pretty quick too. Well, not wrap it up, but I'm going to have to get it done fairly quickly. But you'll get the idea. Okay, so we got some of that in there. Cute, cute. Okay, cool. Let's actually do it with the hair up here and everything. Well, let's see. Let's just, I guess I'm just trying to select everything a little bit so we can toss some lines in up here as well. There we go. Yeah, let's use another brush for that. A lot of this coming down like this. Some of these are going to be flowing down here. Okay, that's fine. Since I did this right here, let me go ahead and work from saved. Cool, fine. And what I'm going to do right here also is with the hairline, I'm going to take that color right there and bleed it in so that there's no hard line there. See that? Okay. And this is going to be one big chunk of hair, so I don't have to worry about it there so much either. In here, and I'll do a little, whoops, a little bit on the ear. Alright. So let's get on to the fun stuff. Let's load that selection we had. Grab a lighter color. There it is. Is that it? No, there it is. Okay, and on this one, I don't think we're going to do any more building. Because I think that's it. Yeah, that'd be too bright. Let's start, or you know what? Let's go through with maybe, that's too light. Let's go ahead and darken this up a little bit. Okay, take a big brush. Add in some of these lines because it'll show some individuality with the hair in certain places. And maybe even take a nice wide one and maybe lower the pressure on this one because it's kind of a big brush. One there, maybe one at the bottom. Yeah, that looks cool. Back up the pressure. Cool. So you can see how it starts to form a nice little foundation of hair for just the background. This just sets up for the little pieces that are coming down the pipe. Let's see what we got. Yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah. In fact, to bring it out a little bit more, we can let's hit some brightness contrast. I might pop it out a little bit more. Let's see. Yeah, looks good. Cool. All right, let's save that. And now here's where all the tendrils come in. Okay, try to pick a few of them so you don't spend the rest of your life painting these. That's a good one, but don't pick ones that are touching each other. Now is this one, I think this one goes all the way down. Yep, there it goes. Okay, that's a good one. This one looks pretty good. And let's just do those two for now because we don't want to take off too much. The big ones are going to take a long time. The little ones, you know, not so much. But don't worry about this so much. Well, let me get rid of. Let me select these little guys. All those are not that important, but all right, zooming out here. Cool. All right, let's save those. Save that selection. Hit OK. Let's go back to RGB. Highlight the line art. And just so you can see what you're doing, you might want to just hit brightness on some of these. There, see that? Yeah, hit some brightness on that, and you can kind of make it out. Even drop down some of the contrast. There you go. Right there. That looks cool. So what we got is here's one up here. So we're gonna grab. Ooh, let's grab this one and grab this light color. Let's see what we got. Oh, you know what? Let's see. We might have to go ahead and darken that because I think these ones they stand out so much as individuals. We're gonna have to fill in black or fill in dark. And that's not the color I wanted. That's the color I wanted. And then we'll build up from there. Grab the light color. Follow the flow. And if you mess up, just keep, take undo. That's what I use, as you can tell. Oops, I didn't go all the way in. There it is. Okay, and try to follow this as closely as you can. Like I said, ribbons before. Like here, that's kind of fine right there, but this is going to end up dipping down. So I'm going to end up starting out with maybe something like this. And once again, just like the background, this is kind of like filling it in with a starter. You just want to get the flow down at least. And normally I'd have a smaller brush that I'd be using right there because getting a snag here. Okay, and then keep it kind of soft. Alright, because you're going to be coming back in with a dodge tool anyway. Here's the other one. Let's grab that real quick. Try to follow the curves as best you can. Cool. Looking good. And there. Okay, right there we go. All the way up. Okay. We can lighten this one up a little bit. Cool. Now let's go ahead and use some highlights. Okay, to make this look like it stands out more, we're going to hit the ends, the arches. See that arch? You'll see what I mean as I go along. Here's another arch, kind of. Like I said, just like ribbon would reflect Christmas ribbon or something. Got one main highlight, which is always in the middle, and then maybe a couple other ones on the edge. Don't go too crazy with it like I tend to do. Keep it simple. Here's another arch. And you see how it kind of makes it look like it's shiny just from the salon. There's another one. That one's not good. Now we've got some spaces in here. Oh, it's going kind of fast here, so it's not going to be perfect, but you'll get the general idea on how to finish this. Cool. Alright, that's good. Okay. Some more highlights on here. There's the main one. This one looks pretty cool. Boom, right there. That's a good one. Put it a little bit forward. I could use a couple right there, maybe one in the middle here. Okay. And the best part about this is, I guess we could do the top one real quick. Take me a couple seconds. Zoom out. Where is it? Oh, okay, one main one here. And one over here. Maybe one right there. One right there. And hit it with maybe like that and like that. Okay, now we're going to go to our dodge tool. Dodge tool, highlights. Hit it with a little bit of a right in the dead center. This is usually something you could do at the end, but I'm trying to break this down fairly quickly. So you can see these details that you add in really help out and make the hair happen. So, and that's pretty much how you treat every hair of this whole piece. Some you do a little lighter, some you do a little darker, and then once you're done with the whole thing, you go over everything with variant hair lines that are coming from hither and there and whatever. Okay, I can't really see, so let's go ahead and lighten up some of this. Yeah, cool. And let's get in there, highlight, and got that there. Highlight there. Let's go zoom in on this. Strands with the dodge tool. Once again, still using the dodge tool. That's all I've been using for a little while here. Alright. So those are kind of like, you know, somewhat done. That's a little bright. Let me knock this back a little. There we go. A little bright. Let's go ahead and lighten it up and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's cool. A little contrast in there. And it stands out. Oops. That's cool. Alright, let's and that's how you do the hair. You take each piece. Let's do something fun. These are kind of cool. These are cool. They always turn out really cool. So this is like the ribbon wrapping around. You'll get a good idea about this one. So you got to do this in two pieces. One in the front part of the hair, and then the back part of the hair where it's going around the ribbon. Let's go ahead and hit that. There you go. Now this time we're just going to jump in with the highlights first. So that's a little cool. Cool. Right in the center. And then once again with the lighter top and bottom. Extra reflection lines from the shininess of the hair coils. Actually bring this one over the top a little bit so it stands out a little bit more. Let's hit those centers a little bit hotter. Yeah, I got the right color here. No, been using the wrong color. Sorry. Use the one above the line. That's okay. I can fix it up real quick here. There we go. And highlights there. See how it's giving an effect of being round. Let's show off a little of these edges a little bit more. It's kind of blending in the back. Okay. Let's grab the next. That's pretty cool. Now whip out the old highlights, dodge highlights, and go to a small brush. And let's go a little closer. There we go. Maybe this one could be, oops, sorry. Something like that. Now go ahead and grab a regular brush, hit the highlights, and we're done with the front parts. Let's get the top and bottom a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to darken and contrast a little bit. There you go. Let's go ahead and do the backs of these. Okay, your magic wand is on 0. Selecting these is kind of hard. It's kind of difficult. Zoom in. Get as many as you can. And I'll even toss this one in. Alright. Same base color. And do it again. Except this time, since it's in the back, you're going to be a little more subdued with the highlights. Because you want them to stay dark. Because you want everybody to see that it's dark back there. And that it's the back side to give the illusion that it's... In fact, we want it... I'm going to alt on a color, a real dark color, and try to darken... You know what? I'm going to go to a burn tool. Burn midtones. And burn a little bit right under this lip here. There we go. A little bit right there. And there. Go back to highlights. Dodge highlights. That's about as far as I want to take it with the highlights in the back. But we do need to put some hair in. So let's go to that small brush. Alright. Zoom out. Cool. Looks good. Save that real quick and move along with some more hair. Let me go ahead and fill in her face. Some of the ones on her face. Like that one. Not that one. How about this one? Yeah, let's try those. Yeah, let's try those. Okay. Yeah, looks about right on. Let's, yep, I'm going to work from saved on this because bring this down some more. It's already half done. Let's grab that old same color there. Brush. Oh, no, that wasn't it. There we go. Okay, and of course take a little more time on yours. And let's go from saved on this again. I'm doing saved from saved because I didn't really like that, how it looked. Let's fill it in a little darker. And I'm on normal. Yep. Let's go darken. Darken only. Yeah, okay, there we go. That looks a little better. Okay. More brushing with the brush. The hair brush, I guess call it. Move to the next brush when you get on another curve, another part of the axis of the curves and whatnot. Okay. This is where I didn't like it. Okay, I guess. That's fine. So we're still just laying the base again on this. I mean, we're kind of getting in there, but let's throw in some of the highlights. I guess I could call them cross highlights. Yeah. Like that. A little bit like that. Get them a little lower. Okay, there's a couple more reflected ones in there. Maybe one right here. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, maybe a little one here. Okay. I guess we can break it down. Let's go on and move to some other ones before we finish these. Because I kind of want to see the whole effect on the face before I keep moving along. And I want to do this one. And, oh, I guess this one. And one more. This little guy. No, I can't do that one. We'll leave that one alone for now. Okay, drop in the color. Yeah, see, she's starting to form. She's coming together. I'm lightening up where they meet on the edges. Where they meet, where I had painted before already. This one we could do different. We could drop in the highlights first. Highlights across the broad areas. Um, the highlights right there across the nose. And, oh yeah, here, let's bring this out here. That's nice. So you can go back and forth between the airbrush and the dodge tool, depending on what you want to do. Let's see here. Depending on what you're more comfortable with. Some people like to add this in first and then do the highlights as far as with the dodge tool. See, we just keep going here. Alright, I'm going to add this darker color, or this lighter color that's darker than the highlight, so we can lighten up this whole. There we go. This too. Ooh, a little too much. Okay, dodge tool. Okay. Add a bunch. There we go. And okay. Wrap around. Yeah, let's do it safe here. Okay. Now for time's sake, I'm gonna just try to finish up some stuff here with a very general idea and show you how to do the finishing touches on stuff. Alright, so hit some highlights there and here and there, boom, and let's throw some streaks in here. Alright, some little streakies and whatnot. Let's see what else. Alright, it's a little bright. So let's come back in here and tone it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, okay, good. Let me do the top of the hair real quick so you can get an idea of some finishing stuff. Let's see, grab this and we need some. You got it. More hairbrush action. Ooh, whoa. Put the pressure down. Even lower. There you go. It's a little bright. But basically you paint around and paint around and paint around. Keep painting everything that you want to paint. Okay, let me finish that up real quick. Where's the dodge highlights? Run a couple across here. Maybe curve it a little bit. Curve that. Throw in some more here. Alright, that's cool. You get the idea. I wish I could spend a whole CD just on hair. But let's go ahead and, for, like I said, time's sake, I'm going to... What I normally do now is... Let's go back to the gray line. Make it 100. Alright. Okay. Let's just start painting in... I know what I'm going to do. Let's go back to 30. Let's start painting some hair on her face real quick so you can see some of the finishing touches I do. Okay, let's take that nice base color and let's do some of the wispies. Oh, that color's not very good. Yeah, it's not red enough. It's kind of dirty. Yeah, red, more red. You want it to hold its color when it comes across the face. Let's put on normal. Nope, I don't like that. You're going to be doing a lot of that on some of these wispies. This one's more specific because you got to get it in between a certain spot. But you know what? Let me go ahead and just flat. I think that's... Oh, that was already flatted. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill that one. See how rough that is? I don't like that. And it's too bright. Oh. Okay, let's brighten that up a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. We'll lighten it up with something real quick. Okay. And let's go to throw in some more color on here. Now this is pretty dark. Yeah, this stuff right in here is pretty dark. So I know these are hairs in here. Let's go ahead and... I don't like that. Let's go ahead and drop the opacity. See what happens. Or drop the... yeah, to get rid of it altogether. Grab that. Man, it's too dark. It's nice up here, but low down there. Alright, how about... grab some of this. And all this is pretty much going to be filled in nice and dark. It's turning a little dirty. That's okay. We can fix that later. Guess we'll keep that in there. Let's grab his face. Get rid of... don't want to go across that, or that. Alright. Already did in a couple places, but just want to get you guys understanding how to do hairs and whatnot. Little hairs, I guess, the finishing touches. And this one's kind of, you know, she's definitely got funny hair coming across her face. Doesn't look like most hair you've seen. Let's go back and take a look at it real quick. Yeah, it looks like a broomstick hit her across the face. So, you know, it's definitely going to look weird for a while. And you would just keep working this and working this and working this. And let's pretend I've already worked it. And we throw in our little wispies. What is this? A 2? Let's try a 2. Yeah, two's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's grab a 1. Okay, the 1 on this file is going to show up quite a bit. But here we go. And then you just start adding little hairs here and there. Some of them can match, some of them can be different. But adding all these little hairs are what's going to make it feather into, you know, a nice piece. Because if you don't toss this in, your piece is going to look pretty weird. Here we go. A little bit here and down here also. Varying the widths of, you know, usually you would want to start out with something strong. Like here's a nice big brush. There we go. See, something like that. And obviously this would have been colored in. And let's go back to your little tiny brush. Well, no, stay with the little kind of big brush here. And I want you to be able to see like the stroke it takes. You know, it's like it's usually hitting the same stroke over and over and varying your pixel size. And then let's zoom in real quick and let me show you what I do with let me save this real quick. Save selection, okay. Let me hit the this is a very important piece right here. Here's the highlights, and we're going to add in little pieces like that. Cutting across the hair, because nobody's hair is can be seen all together, and it looks more natural when you cut across like this. Alright, we'll go down here, do a couple more highlights with the dodge tool. We'll add some up here. This is where It's going to make a big difference because I didn't spend much time on that. See, that was a little big, but kind of goes with the piece, so. Alright. Of course, I didn't color any of this in here because we're limited on time here, but let's go ahead and shine this up a little bit. There we go. And let's go ahead and add some more hair down here. Let's grab, oh, number 2. Yeah, 2 pixel. Good. Don't forget to go the opposite way on some of these. It's good to see what it looks like first with a 1 pixel brush. And of course on the neck. I don't think I have anything selected. We don't really need anything selected. Just kind of free brushing right now. Let's just stay inside. Let's just, yeah, stay inside and here we go. Alright. Alright. Most of this comes from just studying pictures of hair, studying how hair flows. It just takes a lot of practice. And some of these pieces can take a very long time to do just because the hair is so fine. So you start to get the idea. Dodge a little bit. Boom, boom. Dodge a little bit. Looks like crap, but you see how it's coming along? And of course at the end of the piece you see all this stuff and it's too harsh. So you go in with the dot or the blur tool with set it on normal. Soften up some of these hard edges that you see that you had to flat out earlier. Get rid of those. And we can, oop, that's a little bit too much. Alright, something like this I would probably extend out a little bit. Let's blur this a little bit. So, okay. See, anytime you had something flatted that you threw in, you filled with a solid color, it's going to have a hard edge on it. So you kind of want to go through and kind of get rid of that, especially on something like the face. The hair over here, so it's not going to matter so much. Over here so much. So you see how the hair kind of wisps over the face. Well, over in here, same thing. We're just going to take certain colors. We can alt on right off the canvas and, do stuff like this. Okay, well, this is once it's colored. You're done coloring and you want to get cute. Well, this is what you do. You just come in and add little things, little swirls and whatnot. Okay, and you can do this at your own sort of leisure because this is the fun part. I always think it's the fun part. Is it a 1 pixel brush? Yeah. Wish it was a little smaller, but this is where you add through everything. And just put down on the canvas what you think you know about hair, and always have nice swirls going on this type of hair. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and hopefully I'll come out with another CD where I'll be going more into depth on how I do the hair from start to finish on something real tight. Alright, hope that was helpful, and that's it.